what's up, Dodger fans? Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge, a Southern California native, and a die-hard Dodger fan. Don't question my fandom because I'm about to rip them into pieces. Well, there's one particular guy that I'm gonna rip into pieces. Where in the hell did the Dodgers get this pitcher from? Can anyone please enlighten me? Who is he? Where did he come from? I never even heard of him. And if I'm Dave Roberts, I'm never letting him pitch another game in his life. After that nightmare tonight, you think I'm trusting in that guy's arm? You think I'm going to seriously consider letting him come out of the bullpen? Where did the Dodgers find him? Did they get him off a sandlot somewhere? Was he playing baseball with his buddies in a vacant lot or in the middle of the street and the Dodgers saw something that inspired them? Where did this kid come from? Because I didn't know who he was, and I'm a crazy baseball fan. Like, those who know me, I love baseball. I've always loved the game of baseball since I was a little boy. But Dave Roberts brings on a guy that a lot of us don't really know who he is, and you're relying on him to get the outs, but he can't get the outs, and the Dodgers completely collapse after they were able to regain the lead in a game that they should have won against a bottom feeder in the National League. And see, I find it funny that the Dodgers continue to shoot themselves in the foot against teams that's under 500, teams that's not competitive, teams that's bottom feeders. It didn't end well when they played against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It didn't end well when they played against Colorado, and we got them coming up as well. And it hasn't ended well playing against the Washington Nationals. I'll say this again. This is a game that the Dodgers clearly should have won. And they had it. But this Mike Cleavinger, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, allowed 3 hits and 2 runs in the 7th. Or am I looking at something wrong? Oh, I'm looking at the dude from the Padres. See? That's how you know you don't have enough information on this guy when you're looking at something else. And you're looking at another pitcher who is more established and who I know about. I should know this because Mike Cleavinger is the guy with the long hair that played for the San Diego Padres. But what I mean to say is Garrett Cleavinger. There we go. That sounds more like it. That name is the name I was looking for. What he showed us is that he is definitely not ready for the major leagues. He doesn't have big league stuff. He needs to be sent back to the minors. So he can sharpen things up a bit before he even gets another shot at the big leagues. We're a championship caliber team competing against one of the worst teams in baseball. And Garrett Cleavinger pitches in a 1-run game. What the hell are you thinking, Dave Roberts? What are you doing sending a guy out there in that situation And you're asking him, and it's a big ask, and you're asking him to get out. What are you doing, Dave Roberts? And then worse, you leave him in the game. You leave him in the game. You know, we have Almonte and we have Phillips in the bullpen. Correct me if I'm wrong. Those are two guys who have been fantastic out of the Dodgers bullpen. We have both of those guys available in the bullpen, but you go to a name that nobody knows about. You go to a guy who nobody knows about. Mike Cleavinger, everybody knows about him in San Diego, but they don't know about this Garrett kid. They don't know who he is. Hell, I didn't know who he is. I had a buddy, a podcasting buddy of mine, who's a diehard Dodger fan, and he was even asking, who the heck is he? Cause I clearly didn't know who he was, you know, and then this happens, you know, and I don't think this guy is capable of being a high leverage guy coming out of your bullpen. Not at all. So the Dodgers, man, they lose 8-3. Once again, they you know, the bullpen couldn't protect the lead. They couldn't preserve the lead. And the Dodgers just ended up losing the game. The Washington Nationals blow it open. And the final score was 8-3 Nationals. Now, this is a team that is not very good. This is a team that's about to lose their superstar player because he is going to be on the market and he is eventually going to be traded from the team, and that is Juan Soto. But this is a crappy way to lose a baseball game. It really is a crappy way to lose a baseball game. And this Cleavinger kid, he's 26 years old. You know, he's a former third-round pick from Oregon. You know, he was part of a 3-team trade, believe it or not. But he had no business coming in that game. No business at all. You know, and the Dodgers, what happened? The Dodgers lose the damn game. So now they lose 2 consecutive games, both to the Nationals, after they completed a 4-game sweep of the Giants. And I have said nothing but great things about this Dodger team because I felt like they were playing great baseball. And, you know, they'll be fine. Yes. But tonight was the perfect example that the Dodgers need to shop around for a few more arms to go into that bullpen. They need a high leverage guy that can solidify the back end of that bullpen. Because if not, this Dodger team is not going to win a World Series. They're not going to win a World Series. No way they're going to win a World Series. You know, and this bullpen looked like straight trash tonight. Okay, let's just call it for what it is. Straight trash. I think I'm more furious at the fact that Dave Roberts left him in the game as long as he did. and didn't pull him from the game. I think that's what I'm more, you know, upset about than anything else. Pull him out of the game. Don't let him give up so many hits and runs. The damage was already done by the time you pulled him out of the game. You know, and sometimes Dave Roberts' boneheaded decisions has me questioning whether or not he could manage past the 5th inning. I don't think he can manage a bullpen. Because sometimes he chooses wrong and he uses the wrong arms out of his bullpen. I don't think this man can truly manage his bullpen. And I think, quite honestly, he hopes for his starters to go deep into innings so he won't have to go to his bullpen. So he won't have to call on a reliever to come in. Because I think that's where he loses most of us, when the Dodgers get into their bullpen. And we're sitting there scratching our heads and we're wondering, and we're saying to ourselves, what the hell did he just do? The Dodgers better come out strong tomorrow. They better play like a 500 team. They better play like a World Series favorite. They better not let the Nationals come into Los Angeles and sweep them. Because that would be humiliating. And that should not happen at all. I get it. You're going to lose games. You can't win them all. But to lose every game to the Nationals in the series and to get swept by the Nationals, that should not happen at all. The Dodgers don't get a pass for that one. They just don't. Got to play a lot better. Got to play harder. Got to play smart. Got to finish games strong. Mookie Betts homered early in the game. Kind of set the tone for the offense. Yeah, Cody Bellinger going deep with a bum to right to give the Dodgers the lead. To give the Dodgers a 3-2 lead. What a way to lose a baseball game. A terrible, horrible way to lose a baseball game. Hopefully, we'll get better results tomorrow. For all you sports fans out there who's looking for some of the best content in sports, if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a huge favor. And below, hit the subscribe button. That'd be awesome if you guys can do that for me. Hit the subscribe button. Also, share this video if you're watching it on Facebook, especially. Share this video with as many people as you guys can. Find any Dodger fan out there and share this video and tell me what you thought. And give me feedback and leave questions and comments below. And I'll try to get back to you guys. But, man, this is another tough loss for the Dodgers, you know. And the only thing you can hope for now is that they get back on track tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.